So, hey, bro, look. The name of this video, as you can see, are NBA players getting too good at basketball. Shout out to one of y'all who requested videos down below, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, we're going to try something new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? So, look. Hey, man, as you can see, we see this dark chocolate mint. Paul, that was crazy. That's great. That's crazy. But what I'm trying to say, he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So, look. That was crazy. Should I delete this video? But, like, nah. Look. The video about are NBA players getting too good at basketball, man. I think so. People, like... let's watch the video and I'm gonna say it because I don't want the video too long. It's 15 minutes.
Last season with the Bulls.
Now I gotta say it, bro. People are too good at basketball now, bro. People not witnessing what LUKA is doing, what Shea is doing, what all these, you know what I'm saying, Tyrese Halliburton, what everybody's doing, bro. Like we not focusing on them because we worry about LeBron and Curry. These young dudes are breaking basketball, bro, and they're not even talking about it. It's crazy.
On top, as inarguably the best
crazy.
player in the world, with another NBA championship.
This man the GOAT, bro.
And
go do your
that
research.
Season, 26 years ago, Jordan averaged 28.7 points per game on 46% shooting from the field. Now, not only was his scoring average a league high that season, his shooting efficiency was considered excellent at the time. In fact,
what the actual fuck?
Outside of a couple big men who played 5 feet out from the basket, there wasn't a single player who could compete with him as a scorer. But times have changed.
He's the greatest.
This season, there are 7 players across the NBA who are averaging at least the numbers Jordan did in his final MVP season.
You see what I'm saying, bro? The times have changed, bro. Like, look, and people got mad at me for saying I think Luka Doncic has the potential to like be the GOAT. Shut your fat ass up. Shut your ugly. Like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just look at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Luka's 24. Like,
but there are not 7 players as good as Michael Jordan was in the NBA right now. Is there? Are the stats of today's NBA
I don't know.
Inflated? Not a true reflection of the skills and abilities of its players?
It might not be.
Have NBA players gotten too good at basketball?
They good, bro. Okay. Perfect. Like, bro, they good, bro. You can put players now. Think about it, bro. If you put, I don't want to say like if you put Tyrese Halliburton, bro, back there, right? He will be potentially the best point guard during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put Luka back there.
There might be,
but it was different though. It was different.
Action on the field
Let's watch.
is heating up, and DraftKings, an official
he
partner
wilding. You know what I'm saying? Look, okay. So look, if you put Tyrese back there, bro, it'll be crazy. If you put Luka back there, he will be God. You know what I'm saying? He will be God. You know, he will be up there with Jordan, bro, competing with him. Facts. People like, damn, who is this? Damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, bro. If you put Jokic back there, bro, if you put Kyrie back there, they're going to be like, what in the sorcery? I swear to God. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Like, they breaking the lead right now, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you.
Promo.
Yeah, he going
in
crazy.
Basketball, there is one main objective. Score more points than the other team. Sounds simple enough, but it's not. And generally, there are 2 ways you can go about this. Play stifling defense and keep your opponent's points as low as possible, or get buckets. NBA teams of today.
I'd rather see get buckets. Nah, I like defense.
2. And they've gotten really good at it. Teams scoring 120, 130 points on
176!
Even 140-point games.
I forgot about that game.
30 points on a regular basis, even 140-point games, oftentimes occurring on the same night. But for many NBA fans who grew up on an NBA where point totals looked like this, they are not a big fan of all the scoring. They don't like it. There's too many points, or maybe not enough defense.
Yeah, I need
like
defense.
This used to have the NBA world on fire for a day or 2, but now they're literally a dime a dozen. There's players around the league who are damn near averaging these numbers.
Yeah.
Growing up, I would often go to Portland Trail Blazers games, and as much fun as it was to watch my home team play the most violent version of basketball possible without any real consequence, the real prize in my 8-year-old brain was this: a free chalupa from Taco Bell. All the Blazers had to do was score 100 points. Win or lose, 100 points, and the chalupa was out.
Bro, like, that's the thing, bro. Averaging 20 is cool now. It's not great no more, bro. You averaging 20, you all right. You know what I'm saying? I swear, like, times have changed, bro. These NBA players are...
It doesn't look like much, but winning one of these felt like winning the lottery. We would get so riled up over the prospect of a free chalupa that many nights the crowd would just lose.
I ain't gonna lie, them chalupa hit to this day.
Chalupa as
them bitches be hitting.
100. But tragically,
I throw down on 8 chalupas at one time.
Discontinued this delicious promotion in 2013. And I think it's safe to say it's never coming back. When Taco Bell first began running this promotion, the Blazers were scoring over 100 points at home about 11 times a season, or about 1 in every 4 home games. Attainable, but still rare enough to keep the thrill of it all alive.
True.
But by 2020, the Blazers scored 100 points or more in 39 out of 41 home games. Enough to put every local Taco Bell out of business.
Hell yeah.
Is this entire
damn right. It's
really
a business.
about chalupas? Kind of. But I say all of this to emphasize just how much scoring in the NBA has exploded and shows no signs of slowing down. NBA offenses in today's league are really, really good. Back in 2015, the Golden State Warriors reshaped what a potent, efficient offense looks like.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
With an offensive rating of 111.6. This season, that same offense would rank 26th in the league.
Times have changed. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. This shit crazy. Look, back in the day, they would have been the best offense in the league. Now it's like
would rank
that's like bottom half
in the league.
Worse than that.
Only ahead of 4 atrociously bad teams. A decade ago, in 2014, the league saw a combined 24 occurrences of teams scoring at least 130 points in a single game. This season, there have already been 85 occurrences of teams scoring at least 130 points.
I told y'all.
The league as a whole is on pace to have about 265 of these games by the end of the season. That's more than 10 times more than the league had back in 2014. Now, a lot of fans assume that the insane point totals we're seeing around the league today are simply a byproduct of stat inflation. The game is faster. No one cares about defense. Every other shot is a three-pointer. But it's not just inflation. Inflation would assume that it's just the volume that's changing, that there are more things happening within every game, and that's what's leading to the influx in numbers.
Okay.
But it's not that. Other than the dead ball era, right now is a pretty average time in the league in terms of pace and shots. It is the efficiency and simply how good players have gotten.
And y'all was tripping over me, bro. Y'all was like mad as fuck that I said, Luka, bro, this man is playing like he's on path to be the GOAT. And people like, bro, you know what the fuck you talk, bro. Yes, look at his numbers, bro. He's 24. It's ridiculous, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Not only Luka, you got Shea. You got Shea put up 30 every game. You know what I'm saying?
Skyrocketed. The dead ball era of the NBA, as the name not so subtly suggests, was an era of slow, physical grind.
I like that time though. I love that time.
Finish with a final score that, without exaggeration, resemble a halftime score in today's NBA. If we look at the timeline of the NBA and the amount of points teams have scored on average over the last 65 seasons, it's not hard to pinpoint where the league came to a grinding halt offensively. This valley right here, from about 1997 to 2006, is a visual representation of just how slow and drawn out offenses became throughout the dead ball era. And thanks to new rules such as a shortened shot clock on offensive rebounds and innovations in offensive schemes, and of course the evolution of the three-pointer, offenses are now alive and well again. But contrary to popular belief, it wasn't just a change in the rules that favor offense that spurred this explosion in production. Players also just got better at scoring the ball.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Offense at an all-time high right now, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. These young dudes, bro, taking over, bro. I told y'all, stop worrying about LeBron and Curry. Look at the young guys, man. Let's focus on them right now, bro. For real, bro. We got to, man. Bro got ads, but like, bro, we gotta worry about the young guys, man. Like, for real. Like, seriously, bro.
throughout that same time span. For decades, the league as a whole floated somewhere between 45 and 48 effective field goal percentage. And with little change in efficiency, it was the pace that more or less dictated how productive offenses would be. But over the last decade, the league has gradually become better and more efficient at scoring the ball, reaching a league-wide average effective field goal percentage of nearly 55% over the last few seasons. Now, of course, with more threes, efficiency inevitably increases almost at a linear rate. But today's players also turn the ball over less than ever before. They shoot free throws better than ever before while shooting less free throws than ever before.
It's crazy now, bro.
Players are simply better now than they were in past eras. And this becomes clear when we look at the league average offensive rating over the last 50 years.
But I want to say this, though. Players are better now, but I really think if you was to pick a player like MJ during his time, MJ would average 50. MJ would average 45 a game, bro. If you put MJ 2023, he averaging 45 a game. If the coach let him. If you put AI during this, well, not AI, but Larry Bird, he would be averaging 35, 10, and 10. Like, same thing Luka putting up, you know what I'm saying?
We level the playing field and look at offensive production per 100 possessions. Today's teams are vastly superior than their predecessors. Just 20 years ago, teams were averaging just 102 points per 100 possessions. Today, that number has jumped all the way to 115 points. Same exact pace, same number of possessions.
You got to think about it, my bad. MJ averaged like 35 a game during those days, bro. So imagine him now.
Far more points. Now, more points from more proficient offenses is not exactly what I would call a problem. In fact,
think with 88 season he did, something like that.
Whether you like it or not, is the highest form of the game that we've ever seen. But as we continue to see the game evolve, it is becoming more and more difficult to keep the context of what we're seeing intact.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic is a generational talent.
Generational!
Players in the world. And 20 years ago, Tracy McGrady was one of the best players in the world with a similar status among his peers. Except in his prime, McGrady's numbers looked like this. And over the past
27 a game, 6 assists, 5 assists. That's great. I kind of want to say that's cool because I'm so used to people averaging 30. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know times have changed. If somebody sees this back in 2005, oh, he going crazy. But now in 2023, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's all right. That's good. But it's like, you feel me? I've seen way better.
5 seasons, Luka's numbers look like this. Is Luka really this much better than a prime Tracy McGrady was? Or
Yes,
has
sir.
the game and
I
its
think he is.
players evolved to the point where stats have almost become some arbitrary measure of a player's ability, where without context, they are almost meaningless? Now, some of you may be saying, well, this isn't a fair comparison. Tracy hit his prime in the dead ball era. Teams and players in general put up less numbers. Well, here are their stats when we adjust them to be the same exact pace and the same number of possessions. And still, it's only when we factor in the rule changes, the spacing, the schemes, the drastic change in overall league play style that we can even begin to get the full picture.
I think Luka's just better than Tracy,
Kind of defeats the simplicity of a box score altogether. Or what about De'Aaron Fox? Fox is a great player, but the 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists he's averaging right now on 58% true shooting is a historically great stat line.
That's
In fact,
crazy.
it's so great that if we exclude the last 5 seasons, the only guards in the history of the league to average these numbers in a season were James Harden,
MJ,
Michael Jordan,
Curry,
and Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Are the numbers simply deceiving us? Or is De'Aaron Fox really this special? 10 years ago, in 2014, guess what LeBron James and Kevin Durant had in common? They were the only 2 players in the league to average at least 25 and 5 a game that season. 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
KD was on one that
sort of a
season.
standard
God
for
damn.
a fantastic all-around player. In today's league, there are 16 players around the league averaging
Randall averaging 20 and 5. Ingram averaging is crazy, bro. The league is beautiful right now. It is beautiful to me. You have so many superstars. LaMelo averaging 26 and 25 and 8. And B averaging 35 and 12. God damn. And 6. Luka averaging 30.
At least 25 and 5.
Ron old as hell
How
averaging 25.
exactly do we
and 8.
reconcile the fact that what used to be
Jokic
a threshold
averaging
reserved
triple-double.
for mega offensive talent is now just another stat line? And this is happening all around the league right now. Tyrese Halliburton is averaging 26 and 12 on 66% true shooting this season. A stat line that has never been achieved in the history of the league.
That's why I said this, bro. I know this already. If you put Halliburton back there, bro, he would potentially be. People would consider him They would if he had like some rings too. They would consider this man one of the greatest ever, bro. Greatest, not point guard, but greatest ever. Like it's crazy.
Really this many generational talents in the NBA today, or has offense just become diluted? Well, I actually think these massive numbers are a product of both of these factors, one stemming from the other. There is so much talent and firepower in the NBA today that getting good looks and getting them quickly has actually become fairly easy. Sure, there's essentially 8 more possessions a game in today's league compared to the previous era, and those extra possessions are driving numbers up a bit. But does anyone stop to consider why there are more possessions? Games have been sped up because no longer are teams running 20-second offensive sets and eating up the clock to find a good open look. This drives up the number of possessions each game, and those possessions just feed the loop even further. Great offense leading to quick possessions, leading to faster games, leading to more points. Defense today isn't terrible. Players have just become too good at offense.
So like, bro, see, he got an ad. We're gonna talk. So what do you do about it, bro? Like, do we really do we up the ante and give the defense more room to play defense? Because every time you touch somebody, foul. So I don't know. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, what do we do to like fix this shit, man? Like I told y'all, bro. Like Luka in his prime. If we keep it like this, bro, Luka's gonna break the NBA, literally.
Driving force and the primary emphasis on the league for a decade now. And over that decade, the game has evolved, and so has its players, with play styles tailor-made to wreak havoc on defenses. Over the years, great offensive players have proven that once your offensive game gets to a certain point, there's only so much a defense can do to slow it down. And instead of there being a handful of these unstoppable offensive players in the league at any given time, like we saw in previous eras, there are now dozens of players of this caliber all around the league. In the 90s, it was Jordan, Malone, Hakeem, D-Rob. Not just good offensive weapons, but truly elite. In the 2000s, it was Kobe, T-Mac, Shaq, Iverson. The 2010s had LeBron, Durant, Harden, Curry. But now, in the current era of the NBA, these elite offensive weapons are everywhere. Embiid,
bro.
LUKA, Giannis, Shea, Durant, Fox, Curry, everywhere. Embiid, LUKA, Giannis, Shea, Durant, Fox, Curry, Booker, Mitchell, Tatum, Jokic, Trey, Halliburton, Maxey, LeBron, Dame, AD, Edwards, Kawhi, PG, LaMelo, Brunson, Kyrie, Sabonis. All of them legitimately unstoppable offensive talents from night to night. And that's just the highest tier. It doesn't even include guys like Morant, Zion, Bane, Markkanen, Ingram, Cam Thomas, Randall, Jaylen Brown, Kat, Sengun, Scotty, Garland, Paulo, Siakam, Butler, Mikal Bridges. The league is more talented now than ever before.
Yes,
so
bro.
how do you stop all that talent? You don't. You just try to keep up. Between a massive change in the way young players are being taught to play the game, to new advanced analytics that have opened the doors to the best statistical options for teams around the league, to advancements in health and training regimens that have allowed older players to be at the top of their game longer than ever before. All factors building up to what has become the most loaded pool of talent in NBA history. But how do we know when it's gone too far?
Bro, these new dudes, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, these dudes, machines, bro. Like, it's different.
Look up just how much teams are scoring these days, and you'll also be met with a slew of angry fans, mourning the loss of the game they once loved. After the dead ball era, the league has taken so many steps to boost offense that maybe they've overcooked the recipe. Maybe there's too much offense in today's league. But is all of this offense artificial? A product of rules that simply push for more offense? Or have the skills and small nuances used by offensive greats in the past been optimized and perfected in players of today? Were
Yes.
defenses bad for letting Michael Jordan average 30 a game in a league where entire teams only average 90? In arguably the toughest time to score a bucket, Kobe scored 81 points on the Raptors. Was that team simply the worst defensive team of all time? Or was Kobe just that unstoppable offensive?
Kobe and MJ was just different, bro. It's talent. And now you see today's like generation, you see many of those now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't get mad at me for saying someone like LUKA is on his way to be the GOAT. Or Jokic can be the greatest center ever. Or you feel me? Like you can't get mad.
Offensively on that night. Good offense will almost always beat good defense. And right now, there's a whole lot of good offense in the NBA. And it's not a bad thing. In fact, it is a reflection of just how much better players have become and how the game has evolved. The only real downside to all of this, no more free chalupas.
Damn, bro. That was a beautiful fucking video, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, bro, if you like these type of videos, let me know, man. You know, since y'all should do a request of this shit, I told you I got you. So yeah, man. Like, my take on that shit, man. Like, the NBA is at an all time high right now, bro. So don't get mad at someone like if someone say Shea the best player they ever seen. Like, bro, the numbers these dudes pin up is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shea's going crazy. You got Tyrese. What he just said, 60% shooting, bro. Nobody have done this in history, bro. So why you think people on Halliburton did? Because nobody never done it before. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like, it's mind blowing when you think about it. Like, if you know basketball the way I do, bro, it's mind blowing. Like, what these guys doing on a nightly basis, bro. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this before I leave. I don't want the video too long. If you put Jordan, who averaged 35 during those times, 30 a night during those times, bro. If you put Jordan in 2023, bro, Jordan would average 40 a game and 5 rebounds, 5 assists. We know this. Jordan would average 40 a fucking game, bro. Seriously. Now, let's talk about LUKA before we leave. If you, bro, this is why I said I replied to a comment earlier, and I be making sense, bro. LUKA can potentially, if at this rate, when LUKA finally hit his prime, because he's not in his prime, they compare T-Mac. They compare the T-Mac to a 24-year-old, to a 20 to 24-year-old. You know what I'm saying? This man is not 28 to 32. He's not in his prime yet, bro. We know the best years is 27 through 30, during that range. When he hit his prime, bro, this motherfucker is going to break the fucking league, bro. Adam Silver is going to nerf him. He got to nerf him. It's going to be crazy. But I'm out, bro.